This week on Pitt Beyond the Script.
They came out and played football. They came out and played Pitt football, which is what you expected, especially after a tough loss the week before.
The push inside by Cansey. Terrific power and speed.
I'm not really big on goals. I'm a guy that just like to go out there and do it.
It makes me so proud. Being in Pitt Band and being at the University of Pittsburgh is one of my greatest achievements.
All this and more on this edition of Pitt Beyond the Script.
Recognize these colors we're wearing. Understand, this is what Pittsburgh's built on. Everybody in this city understands, if you're from Pittsburgh, you know what those colors mean. Championships, football, baseball, legends, all right? Legends.
Sent it in, Jerome! A diving catch for a touchdown!
We are locked in, together. There's gonna be ups and downs. We must play together. Focus and discipline. Don't forget the discipline.
Yeah, baby! What a win! Yeah, baby! Hail to Pitt!
We understand what that means. That's for Pittsburgh.
Valentin Noel just can't stop scoring.
Let's go, bring it in. 1, 2, 3, win!
It's Homecoming 2021 in Pittsburgh. An opportunity for Panthers fans to reconnect and rekindle the bonds that college life creates. The festivities started with the Pitt Band renewing a tradition called the Snake that goes back to the 1950s, marching through campus. Autumn is in the air. We're expecting sunshine, some clouds later. Noontime kickoff will be 68 degrees.
Panthers have a chance to play a clean football game today and put that on tape to build some confidence going into league play.
Another day at Hines. Let's get it.
Big rush and down he goes, and Haba was on the scene.
Intentional grounding. Some play as a safety.
Pickett throws it long. It pulls it in. He's in New Hampshire territory.
Nice step outside. Vince Davis down the sideline.
Pickett under center, broken eye right. Kenny Pickett scores the rushing touchdown.
Get a stop, D.
Steps back in. He's back, throwing to the near side. Intercepted at the 35, and that is Mathis. He's into the end zone for the pick six. And the give is to the left. Sidestepping a man and getting to the 5 and into the end zone for the touchdown, Israel Abanikanda. He did not see John Morgan III coming.
This Pitt defense has got it going. They're playing with a lot of emotion.
Now he rolls, throws the end zone. Touchdown! Shockey, Jacques-Louis. Pickett throws the out. That's Addison around the corner. Gets to the pylon. Touchdown!
Total thing of beauty.
Screen left, great block. Touchdown, Jordan Addison.
The evolution of a great receiver is happening before our eyes.
Welcome to the Jordan Addison Show. You need a home run, Addison is your guy.
How many is that?
I think he's counting his touchdowns. Yeah, that offensive line is doing a heck of a job. I love seeing it.
Rodney Hammond Jr. He is showing some shiftiness and some willingness to go north and south on top of that.
Just great feet. Great balance. All the things that you want out of a back. Well, this is a school record for the Panthers in total offense. Setting records here at Heinz Field.
Got a lot of sevens on the board. This one was all blue and gold. The final score, Pitt 77, New Hampshire 7.
Hello and welcome to Pitt Beyond the Script alongside head football coach Pat Narduzzi. I'm Rob King of AT&T Sportsnet. Coach, remarkable game, 77-7. You set a school record for offensive yards. You scored more points than you did in a game since 1926. We'll talk about the defense coming up, but just overall, what did you think of your team's performance?
You know, they came out and played football. They came out and played Pitt football, which is what you expected, you know, especially after a tough loss the week before. And, you know, I truly believe our kids, it's harder to come back, you know, and deal with success than it is adversity. Our guys are great at adversity. Our kids deal with it every day in their personal lives. And you know, they're used to getting hit in the face and coming back. But when everybody's patting them on the back, they're not so good. So it's just something I've got to be aware of and do whatever I've got to do to make sure that they go into a game playing with that type of emotion.
And he hands it off. And up, he fakes it. Now he's keeping it. Now he rolls, throws the end zone. Touchdown! And that is Shockey Jacques Louis with his first of the season.
A couple things that stuck out offensively. First, let's start, as we almost always seem to do, with Kenny Pickett and that connection with Jordan Addison. The two of them just continue to put up great numbers.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny's been, you know, playing at a high level. And to me, the biggest thing I see difference between him, you know, in 2021 compared to 20 is his composure in the pocket and his ability to just sit back there and throw it, and how well he's throwing the deep ball. You know, I don't want to jinx him, but he's putting it on the money pretty much, and that's so critical for your passing game.
24 yards and a 1st and 10. This pass down the field, Addison, touchdown! Jordan Addison got a step on Randall Harris, and I mean to tell you, when you see a perfect pass in the air and you see that blue shirt with space, nothing but 6 can happen.
When you play a game like this and play well, it does allow you to get a look at some guys under game situations. So a couple of guys I'm thinking about in the running game, Roddy Hammond, a freshman, Bartholomew, the tight end, Izzy also at the running back position. Good to get extended looks for some of these guys who might play bigger roles as the season transpires.
No doubt about it. You get a chance, obviously, to see them play, you know, in a game, not just in practice, and they get their confidence going as well. I mean, it's a confidence builder for them to know that they can go out there and do it, and you as coaches get confidence in them that they did it. They didn't put the ball on the ground. They didn't do anything that's going to hurt you later on in the season. So you get a chance to find out about a lot of those guys. And you look at Nick Patty goes in and is productive. You look at Davis Bevel came in and took him down for a touchdown drive and played really well. So you just continue to build, you know, your depth that way.
Now Lobby goes in motion. He's back, throwing to the near side. Intercepted at the 35, and that is Mathis to the 10, the 5. He's hit. He's into the end zone for the pick 6. Damari Mathis, the senior from Lakeland, Florida.
Defensively, Damari Mathis with the pick 6. Look, you never know how a game's going to go. You get that early in the game. Does that help set a tone for you?
It really does. And, you know, even before that, the tone setter was Phil Campbell in the safety.
Right.
You know, he scored 9 points defensively. And, you know, those are big. I mean, it's guys making plays and not just kind of floating in an area. I mean, Phil was playing fast all day. He played, you know, well at the linebacker position. And then that pick by Damari was big time.
You know, they did have the one long play. But when you look at...
There's no buts.
Okay.
They did have it.
They did have it, and I'm sure you'd like to see that cleaned up.
Yes.
Okay, then I gave you a chance to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, 0 for 13 on 3rd down and 4th down. That, I think, is positive. Can you carry success like that, situational football, over into a game like this one coming up against Georgia Tech?
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be 100% on 3rd down as far as, you know, just our efficiency there on 3rd down, but, you know, it just gives your kids confidence, and if you do things right, you know, you got a chance to be pretty good. You know, all our pressure points have got to be perfect. You got to keep the quarterback contained, and our guys are playing at a high level right now, but, you know, that was New Hampshire, and nobody cares what you did last week. It's all about Georgia Tech this week.
Aha, that's a perfect segue, because that's what we're going to be talking about a little bit later on. We'll turn our attention to the ACC opener for the Panthers a little bit later on Pitt Beyond the Script.
He's back, looking over the middle. Throws for the end zone, wide open, touchdown. Pulling it in, Taysir Mack. He was by himself. He got lonely on the play, and Pickett hit him from 7 out.
Last year was unique.
It was odd not hearing the fans in the stands.
I can't wait for this year to start. Let's return to Hines.
The band.
The crowd.
The hits. The big hits.
The college game day. The scrambles. The big catches. The sacks.
The celebrations.
One more dive to the pylon.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offers stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Adams finding no room. Kalijah Cansey met him at the point of attack.
I've been playing football since I was 4 years old. Growing up in Miami, football is everything. Everyone loves high school football. When high school football is going on, there's no violence going on in Miami. The 6A was like the big dogs of high school in Miami. And for us, as Miami Northwestern Bulls, to win it twice in a row, that's big time. Honestly, I didn't have a clue about Pitt until Coach Partridge. He came up and visit at Miami Northwestern. He said, hey kid, I don't like your film. I love your film. So that what made me like Pitt was home. When I got off the plane, I said, wow, like Pittsburgh is country. And like when we got through the tunnel, I just see like this whole city and buildings and like downtown and the stadium to the left and everything to the right. And I said, wow, it's really a city. I have a big family, lots of cousins, 3 sisters, and my mom and my little sister just came up this past weekend to watch the game. My family always support me. I'm the first generation collegiate player in my family. My favorite part of Pittsburgh is the football facilities, everything in one. We have the pools, we have the fields to work out on, the weight room, the nutrition, just everything in one.
Right knee down.
I've changed a lot since I got here. The strength staff is great. I feel like I'm way bigger than what I was. I'm way stronger, way faster.
Wow, the push inside by Cansey. Terrific power and speed.
I'm not really like big on like goals. I'm a guy that just like to go out there and do it.
He hit and knocked down at the 13 by Cansey. Wow.
What a play by Kalijah Cansey.
My favorite play I've made since I was at Pitt was the TFL versus University of Louisville.
And that was Kalijah Cansey. He's picking up where old 97 left off.
I felt great. The team was behind me to push me. We made the stop and we all celebrated together. And like my best friend since I've been 5 years old, Tutu Atwell, LA Rams, was on the University of Louisville team, so it felt good that we played one time and I beat him. Even with all the accolades and mentions and stuff like that with the awards, that doesn't mean nothing to me. I just want to help my team win, and I just want to make it to the ACC championship. Hi, I am Kalijah Cansey, defensive tackle for the University of Pittsburgh, and you're watching Pitt Beyond the Script.
An unseasonable cold night greeted the Gator Bowl opponents on December 29, 1980. A marquee matchup was anticipated between South Carolina Heisman Trophy running back George Rogers versus Pitt's Lombardi Trophy victor Hugh Green. On the first carry of the game, Rogers fumbled and set Pitt up with good field position. A catch by Willie Collier, followed by a QB sneak from Rick Tricano, put the Panthers ahead early. On this night, the nationally ranked defense came to play.
Let's take a look and see why he is everybody's All-American.
So much is said and written about Hugh Green, you tend to forget about 87 Jackson.
A terrific football player.
Dan Marino also got into the action with this TD pass. 2 Randy McMillan touchdowns later, and the route was on. The Panthers finished the season 11-1 and ranked number 2 in the country.
P-I-T-T-P-I-T-T, let's go, man!
The
This is one of our newest band traditions called The Snake, which is actually a resurrection of a tradition from back in like the 50s and the 60s. We did it in 2019. We're on hiatus last year, like the rest of the world, and bringing it back for homecoming is just a great event. What a great day, all these people. Our students were just really, really excited to do it, and we're really glad we had the opportunity.
It's really great playing for the whole Pitt community, and it's just so much fun to be here on campus and see people clapping and cheering along, and that they just love Pitt and showing their school spirit.
I think the best part of today was when we first started marching. I just had this wave of adrenaline wash over me, like, oh my gosh, this is happening. And it was so much fun to start to see people pull out their phones. They were kind of confused, what's going on? Why is the band here? But start to really enjoy us playing the school songs and take videos. That was really cool.
So awesome to have people and fans back and the student body to be out on campus. It's been a long time coming. Having a full year of none of this, you really learn to embrace it. This is my last year, and this is really the last year I can do this. And I'm just honored and I'm really thankful to be a part of it for one more year, and I can do this for one more time.
It makes me so proud. Being in Pitt Band and being at the University of Pittsburgh is one of my greatest achievements, and I've loved every second of it.
That's onside for the moment and into the corner. Pitt in front, close call. Who else? Amanda West. Use both names. Pitt is in front.
That was an awesome win for us because we went into that game thinking it was a championship game, not because the stakes were lower or higher, just because we knew it was a must-win game.
One of the things with both Ellie and Chloe is they're really responsible for setting our play within what we call our game model, the system and the way we want to play. They're kind of like our quarterback, so to speak, and I think you saw a little bit of that in the way we control the possession of the game early, and then even to get the goal late. You know, it was a great read from Ellie to not only win the ball, but to immediately play right into Amanda West for the goal that ended up being the game-winning goal. So these two have been a huge part of what we've been doing all season.
We just stayed true to our game model and our plan and what Randy wanted us to do, and we finally got the first and then followed by a second goal.
This is to Pitt's advantage. West driving it. Stopped by Dagenet, but the rebound is in, and Pitt has the second goal they've been looking for. 74th minute, ACC win number 1.
Every team in this conference is a challenge, and Virginia Tech has had a lot of success with the start of all of their conference play. We're just excited to be home and to get another challenge coming off of Florida State, and we're hoping to keep our victory streak going coming off of our game against Miami.
But it's another important game for us if we want to take that next step to the NCAA tournament. This is one of those games that you really need to get a result in if you possibly can. And playing at home, we've been really good at home over the last 2 years, and obviously having fans back this year. So hopefully here at home we'll have a great crowd that's out to cheer us on to a big victory.
I'm Ellie Caulfield.
I'm Chloe Minas, and you're watching Pitt Beyond the Script.
Stick together, attitude and effort all day long, okay? And we go Pitt tough.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
A touchdown for the Panthers.
with authority.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh my God.
Kate McKay at the back post.
An absolute bomb from David Yanni.
This defensive line is stacked.
The Panthers are heading to the regional finals.
Steps up, now is in trouble, and down he goes. Devin Danielson, and that's a sack on the play.
When Devin was a kid, he always played both sides of the ball. He was pretty dedicated, and I always thought he was good, but like I said, I'm his mom, so moms always think our kids are great. He got his first offer when he was just a sophomore. We went to Pitt, and he connected with the coaches. Pitt had everything that he wanted. I was always a big fan of Pitt because you always want your children to stay home and stay close. I believe it was June. He sat us down. He said, I think I made a decision. I think I need to call Coach Narduzzi and let him know that I'm committing to Pitt. So I'm sorry, I still cry. This is Devin's fourth year. He is taking pride in becoming more of a leader on the team, someone that all of the other guys can look up to. I think that brings joy to him, which brings joy to me.
Down he goes. Danielson first on the scene.
Hi, I'm Michelle Danielson, and I am a very proud Pitt football mom.
In the 62nd meeting between Syracuse and Pitt, the Panthers were looking to outgain and out-hit their Eastern rival. The Orange came in as the nation's leader in sacks, but on the opening drive, Tyler Palko erased any doubts about the offense that day.
Flank right, Tyler Palko sprinting for the pylon, touchdown Panthers!
Palko completed 20 of 24 passes, but the surprise star of the game was a sophomore back from Johnstown, PA.
LeBron Stevens, Hallish breaks it again, he may go! He is gone! And that just sucked the life right out of this crowd.
LeRod ran for a career-high 221 yards, with 178 of them in the first half. And with future NFL talent leading the way, the defense did their part, holding Syracuse to under 100 yards rushing and had 5 sacks. To ice the game, Palko turned to senior tight end Steve Biukas for the final first down.
And that was for the exclamation point.
Final score, Pitt 21, Syracuse 11.
Stick together, attitude and effort all day long, okay? And we go Pitt tough.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Being home.
Last year was unique.
It was odd not hearing the fans in the stands.
I can't wait for this year to start. Let's return to Hines.
The band,
The crowd.
the hits, the big hits.
College game day. The scrambles. The big catches. The sacks.
The celebrations.
One more dive to the pylon.
We can't overlook anybody, okay? You never, ever can, okay? The preseason's over, guys. Now we get into what we're here for, right? We're to win an ACC championship. We get to go down to Georgia again for the third year, but it's going to take preparation. Even better and more than you did this week. Everybody got this? Yes, sir.
Welcome back to Pitt Beyond the Script. Okay, Coach, let's take a look at Georgia Tech. It's your first ACC game. First of all, what does that mean as far as a week of preparation? Do you start thinking in terms of almost like a new season beginning?
It really is. I mean, first of all, September's over, preseason's over. We're going into October, so this will be our first game in October. We're 3-1 coming out of the month of September, and our kids know when ACC play starts. I don't know if it's an attitude difference. I hope there's really not much difference in how we practiced last week or the week before compared to how we're going to practice in the ACC. But the goals, are not won against Western Michigan or New Hampshire or Tennessee for that matter. It's one of the ACC, and these are the ones that count. Each one of these are critical. We've got to go out and play each one of them like it's our last opportunity to go get it.
You have to go on the road. That's one challenge. And then you're playing against an ACC team that's already got 2 ACC teams under its belt, games under its belt. Georgia Tech gave Clemson everything they wanted. They were in that game to the very end. And then they put a pretty good, 23-point thrashing on a ranked North Carolina team next week. So this is a team that's already been through a couple ACC battles.
They really have. We went through an SEC battle, which I consider it an ACC game, in my opinion, as far as the quality of competition in that game. So they've been through one extra one that we have, and so they might have a leg up on that. They know what they're doing, and they played well in both those ACC games.
Sims is going to take off a wide open lane to the end zone, and Georgia Tech scores from 11 yards out.
When I look at Georgia Tech and Jeff Collins and the job that he's done, came in obviously a little bit different pedigree than the guy who preceded him, but a defensive coach who's trying to build and redo a program. Again, you talked about this in your weekly press conference. You go from a triple option now to you have to bring in completely different kind of personnel. Feels like now in his third year that he might be getting something going here. Does that, when you look at the tape, is that what it feels like to you?
You do. I mean, they've always played hard, but the personnel keeps getting better every year for them. I mean, if you looked at the personnel they were playing with 3 years ago, it's just totally different. He's done a great job recruiting. They're in a hotbed in Atlanta and in the South, I should say. So they can pull from everywhere down south, and they've done a good job of getting players that fit their system.
When I think about a game like this, it's hard for me not to think that turnovers could play a big role in a game like this. They're very good at creating turnovers. Is that something that you have to be maybe not wary of, but aware of?
Yeah, we'll be aware of it, and we're aware of the week before and the week before. But I think it's an eye opener for our kids to understand. Yeah, they're getting them. So what are we going to do? You've got to come out of that game winning the turnover ratio. Period. You have to. Any other big keys for the Panthers as they head on the road to take on Georgia Tech? Just go out and execute. It's really what it comes down to. Execute. Play within yourself, and it's about what we do. It's not about who they are and what they do. It's about what we do and how we execute. Very exciting. The 3-1 Panthers going on the road to take on Georgia Tech for their first ACC game. Coach, thanks very much. Good luck. Thanks, Rob. And thanks to you for watching this edition of Pitt Beyond the Script.